me. My content my ass. Oh, okay. Ah! No, the truth of me. You know my content is not for everybody. A motherfucker will watch you. Send you the evil eye, project spell work towards you. Let alone, hold on 1 second, devil. Why you bothering me? No, the truth of me. You know, you can pour into yourself. You know, understand your elevation in your own lane. The truth of me. It's someone else entertainment watch someone else. I never understood this weird shit. You don't like somebody, keep it pushing. Hello. And the straight off of me. My content is not for everyone. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and to the genuine ones with no intentions. I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say that respectfully. Today is currently September 27th, 2025. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes, views, or cloud chasing or fame. My content is not for everyone. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child due to someone's jealousy, envy, or hate, or animosity because someone understands that, hold on 1 second, being authentic came naturally. No, it's a trait, though, and they understood at the end of the day. They didn't think they was better than nobody when they was truly the gift to themselves. When they understood faith is different, they was understanding their light, why they understood their lane, but they knew how to respect their neighbor. Didn't have to project spell work, let alone project magic, do energy harvesting. Hold on 1 second, we all are the same when it comes to maturing, overcoming what you've been through when it comes to pain. My content is not for everyone. You know, my life has been threatened by men and women, regardless to what man or woman I think they's trying to blackmail me against me and try to pay me out to be somebody I am truly not. Regardless to who has me shadow banned on at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you're mad and you're worthy. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no intentions regards to who gave up on you, who in your journey. They know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. The disrespect was loud. You never stop having a good heart at the end of the day when it came to your rainy days. Never give up on yourself. You know, they say that God is not real. But my God has been showing me miracles even when my next door neighbor is gang stalking me or projecting spell work towards me or trying to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially, even sends spiritual warfare towards me. You know, you don't have to know somebody for someone to send spell work towards you. You know, you don't have to pretend to be somebody you truly not at the end of the day. For your neighbor to look at you and give you the evil eye. You know, being authentic will bother someone's mental health and it will project spell work towards you to project insecurities on you. You know, we may not pray the same, but my God has been good to me regardless to what I'm going through, and I say that respectfully. I don't play with sport good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I'm far from a hater, neighbor. Neighbor, we are all not the same. I am Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I, Naya, genuine respect, I am still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. Regardless of who's trying to blackmail me or use my own documentations against me, I do not live in fear. I have individuals trying to rob me mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, even energy harvested over my energy, even casting spell work, even sending me to evil. I ain't gotta know at the end of the day. Now, and the trick of you, always be yourself. Never allow someone to project fear in you. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Always be yourself. Now, have it straight though for me. Today is currently September 27th, 2025. The devil tried to stop you, but God made it right. The devil tried to stop you, but God made it right. Dim your light, no. Dim your light, no. Now, have a straight over me. Entertainment purposes only. No other change though me. You know when you spiritually gifted and you wanted the chosen ones, the real ones, not the ones who trying to fit in. It's a trait though for me. You know when your family finds out when you at an early age of your life, like a baby. No, that's a trait though, man. You become an adult, and certain conversations start to happen when you become an adult, like reaching out to these fools. No, that's a trait though, man. Entertainment purposes only. You reach out to these fools or whatever the case may be. Tell them that you're having a life crisis. They hear it around town that you got so much stuff going on. People blackmailing you, all types of weird shit going on. And they trying to be on the same goddamn page. How we supposed to step for you? No, it's a trade though, man. They ready to rock some shit up. No, for real. I don't mean narcotics. It's a trade though, man. They ready to throw some balls. No, for real. They ready to take our motherfucking lights. These motherfuckers start to ask questions, but then ask the question and start to calm down and say, you know what? We forgot to tell you something, baby. Remember that day when you was in that room and the light did some shit and we all was fucking scared? We forgot to tell you that all the gifts that your ancestors passed on, it was to you, and we've been jealous all our goddamn life. That's why we've been so mean to you. No, that's straight to me. What do you mean? No, for real. So you tell them that you've been on the spiritual chat welfare and all types of shit. You got the next door neighbor bullying you in all different tax brackets. They trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, energy, harvesting off your energy, sending you spell work, all types of weird shit. Entertainment purposes only. So they watching you on the internet and shit or whatever case may be. And they trying to figure out, we know that baby ain't on no drugs. We know that baby don't drink because when that motherfucker said, I don't do what I don't do at the end of the day, that motherfucker mean what the fuck they said. Someone tried to short taste my baby and they goddamn lies. What the fuck? No, the train's over me. So these fools try to figure out their mental health or whatever case may be, get their thoughts together, whatever case may be. And they see something not right. You know what I'm saying? What happened to my baby face? No other trait on me. Is your health good, baby? No other trait on me. What happened? What you mean they did that to you? Ooh. You know when somebody trying to come fight for you, what case they start to read what their whole trait over, like, if they gonna do that to you, what the fuck they gonna do to me? I have the trait on me. I didn't sign up for this bullshit. What the fuck? These motherfuckers gonna say, we gonna pray from a distance, but if you really need us in the day, we're one call away. No, for real, bro. You the one with the gifts. You know how to heal yourself. You got the ability. So we gonna need to have you as our doctor. We gotta pull up at the end of the day. No, at the trade, no people. We gonna come through with them things that we need to. At the trade, thought for me, and we gonna take all the motherfuckers out. No, for real, bro. No, we don't do the violence. No, chill. We not doing the violence. You know, at the end of the day, they trying to figure out how did we get to this conclusion. No other change of it. It all started with jealousy. It didn't start with no female first. It started after the fact. At the end of the day, now everybody want to rob me mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, trying to cause all type of fucking chaos, confusion, trying to get me locked up in the site for all types of shit. You ever try to get someone to run down within the rundown? They trying to figure out their mental health. You know those friends and families that used to call you crazy when you was growing up and stuff or whatever the case may be? And they really got to take a seat and reevaluate their whole life. So you mean to tell me you wasn't crazy this whole fucking time? You mean to tell me at the end of the day, all those things that was happening to you, you was dead so serious, going through spiritual warfare, and people was attacking you, but we couldn't understand and comprehend what was going on with you? Yep. And the train of thought for me. So you mean to tell me when you brought that person back to life, you really... You know when you have those friends and family that be scared of you for no reason at the end of the day because, you know, you can help them in the long run because when they need your help, when it's convenient for them, they know how to pick up a phone. Am I going to have a healthy labor? I haven't spoken to you in probably like 5, 6, 10 years, but just let me know if I'm going to be all right. I laid down with somebody at the end of the day that was a broke boy. I have to trade on me. I bought my own stuff, goddamn pay like the rest of the 3 baby daddies I got. And you the only one that been my partner in crime when it comes to emotional support team. Goddamn it, am I going to be all right? No, the train over me. You know when you have one of them family and friends, associates that you don't deal with no more, they know how to reach out to you when it's convenient for them. Like, I love you, I miss you, I damn do. I just want to know what's going on. I really don't give a fuck if you okay or not today, but I know you breathing, bitch. I know you breathing, bitch. I know you're breathing. You know, this is why you don't repeat certain cycles in your life to go backwards. No other trade on me. Because you be so surprised that these motherfuckers be fucking with the enemy that's trying to shortchange your own goddamn mental health. No other trade on me. They probably be in the background taking payroll from these motherfuckers and they that's trying to, the ones that send you spell work and gang stalking you, all type of shit, trying to figure out how to take you down. Well, we know how to get this person to come in this person's life, to butter them up, to get a conversation them out of them, or whatever the case may be, you know, because that's their dog, and that will always, right? How the saber stuff actually happens. You outgrowing the old, understand the new. It's certain folks that was gonna always have your heart, but hold on one second. They can't relate to you who you truly are today. That new reflection wasn't running from your past, but that energy is different. They didn't have to play with spoke on energy harvest, let alone send an evil lie, but you knew how to do this. I loved myself and I wasn't breaking my habits. You know the good habits, because you know it's bad and good. They will never understand. They gonna misunderstood the assignment within the assignment because you have boundaries today. That energy is different. That walk of life is different. When God was fixing your crown to maintain your smile, that's what they was trying to do, kick you down. You know when the devil tried to stop you, the enemy tried to pretend to play you close. Only was to hold on 1 second. They truly didn't want to see you grow to be woke. But that energy is different when God truly allows you to see at the end of the day, I got your back. When God spent the block, God wasn't doing it to show you that it was for likes and music, cloud chasing or fame. When God heals you the most healthiest way, how folks is casting spell right to left. You know, hold on 1 second, revealing the devil, love on the enemy. They said that you mentally unstable. They trying to get you not to put you in the sideboard. They watching your every move so you won't tell the world. Hold on 1 second. And you was far from trying to get physical. The energy is different when it comes to growth. You know my conscience not everybody, but that's okay. Entertainment purpose only. No, I haven't said that with me. You know, and when you went from a certain era, what a case may be, and you used to have to eat TV dinners or whatever the case may be, you ever had that one TV dinner that was the last TV dinner, and you and your siblings had to have an understanding that, you know, you ate yours and I'm going to have mine. No, that's the trade off for me. You haven't realized that someone decided to heat your TV dinner up and decided to explode in the microwave because it was a little overheated or whatever the case may be? But it's just something different about the brownie. No, that's a trade though. But even when it was a little, you know, tart or whatever case be burnt or whatever case be, it still just it's different. It still was good. No, it's a trade though. Me when you know, you know. It's a trade though. Me I wasn't going to eat the rest of that stuff anyway, but it's okay. You ever had to fight over a box of chips when it came to your siblings, and they used to leave you all those stuff that you wouldn't eat at the end of the day, and then for some reason one particular day you said, you know what, it's always 3 flavors that they leave in a box. Matter of fact, these are about to be my favorite. No, that's the shade of me. You know, as soon as something becomes your favorite, everybody want to eat it. It's the train of me. Oh, now y'all got taste buds. I thought y'all didn't like this. It's the train of thought for me. Now everybody a mindset when it comes to their immune system and stuff. I think they is on a different page when it comes to their digestive system. I didn't sign up for this bull crap. I'm not here, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You know, it's not a crime to be authentic. When it comes to my creativity, regardless of what terror reader, what next door neighbor, or anybody else hacking my devices, emails, or accounts in the day is trying to blackmail me, when it comes to my creativity or gang stalk me, when it comes to my creativity, I work alone. And I say that respectfully, and I've been doing this since day one by myself with my heavenly mother, my heavenly father, God. And I'm far from a hater. I know how to put respect and give flowers when it's due. Never allow someone to project fear in you, to dim your light, regardless if you're under spiritual welfare at the end of the day, regardless if you got your next door neighbor casting spell work, or let alone trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even energy harvest of your energy, or they have to have a hate group go against you. Didn't matter if it was an entrepreneur that day or not. When you're far from a hater, you know when someone is truly for you, not for you or for you at the end of the day, you still knew how to respect your neighbor. Thank you, no thank you. You know, what I really feel is very disrespectful, and it's disgusting to see with cultures, is because you're used to a norm of certain individuals carrying themselves a certain kind of way. And then when you see somebody carry themselves a certain kind of way, clean, you disrespect them still. Like, it doesn't matter if someone's clean or not, you still disrespect someone's household. How you come in someone's household and disrespect them? You wouldn't want someone to walk into your household and disrespect you. You know, respect's a two-way street. Oh, that person think they better than somebody at the end of the day. Why? Because they keep themselves well grown. Regardless to if they wear the same clothes every single day. Their clothes is clean. They're clean. Their environment is clean. You know, not everybody that goes through trials and tribulations, regardless if they're on narcotics or not, or someone that's dealing with depression, or someone that's on that has PTSD, or someone that's dealing with postpartum. Everybody does not carry themselves the same. And I don't mean no disrespect, neighbor. You say that someone is a roach. Someone lives a certain kind of way because it's their norm. They're a bum. But you sit there and so inspired by somebody and sitting there taking notes at the end of the day, but you won't put respect on their name. You make money off somebody's creativity, but don't put respect on their name, but you just sat there and called them a bum. BLACK. That's what she said that day. Did it matter her culture? Hold on a second, she couldn't relate. You know, the woman at the end there, or that man, yeah, they culture, hold on one second, they was far from being racist when it came to a community that they moved in that day. They was far from having to pretend to be authentic, original, regardless of someone's mental health. Hold on one second, I ain't know at the end of the day. I was raised around different cultures when it came to a household. Didn't matter at the end of the day what their culture was. How respect went a long way. And if you couldn't respect somebody, you just keep it pushing. We don't got nothing in common. It'd be the train of thought for me. That's how real actually moves. How folks will put you in competition when you was never compared. How folks will try to take your light, but hold on a second, we wasn't on the same reflection. Hold on a second, you try to make mine dim, but God made it bright. Hold on a second, God was taking the control and narrative of, hold on a second, I was worthy. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, I may not make sense to the average person. I do poetry my style. And I'm far from a racist. You know, when I came in contact with a man or a woman and they came into my environment, I was told I thought I was better than somebody. Because I get out of my bed and I fix my bed when I get up in the morning. Or it doesn't matter what time of the day, I fix my bed. I keep my household a certain way, didn't matter what environment I lived in, regardless if I didn't have an address compared to having an address, or regardless if I had to have a temporary address compared to, at the end of the day, God said, never switch up as to who you are being authentic. Having a full kitchen, no kitchen, half kitchen. Overcoming obstacles. Hold on one second. We all ain't the same, coming from poverty and pain. I knew how to respect my neighbor. I know how it feels not to have food in the fridge. Even days when I couldn't see, didn't have to pretend. Even when I was still under the spiritual attack, they would never understand. At the end of the day, I still had to maintain a smile because I wasn't trying to lose myself when God was protecting my blood pressure. Go to the doctor. Got so much going on. The average person wouldn't be able to walk a day in my shoes to be mentally strong. They would be so strung out, maybe on narcotics, but I was far from at the end of the day, let alone. They would not understand how to deal with their diagnosis. And I say that respectfully to maintain, to actually understand at the end of the day, if they coming or going, dealing with multiple situations at one time, dealing with, hold on one second, being stable. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Hold on 1 second. I mean a conscience. How this type of stuff actually happens. How folks want to be you so bad. I don't mean no disrespect. They be like, how, Naya? It be truly be happening. Folks would try to destiny swipe with you, but it was an epic failure because it's only one you being authentic. They be trying to throw for me. Regardless to, hold on 1 second, they taking notes. They would never be able to walk a day in your shoes. And I say that respectfully to actually get used to, hold on 1 second, what growth actually feels like starting to go on within. To love yourself, that unconditional love started within. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but do you know how it feels to have anxiety, overcoming anxiety, to maintain being stable, and then you're under spiritual welfare? And then you got people blackmailing you, lying on you. And then when you speak up for yourself, they quit to call you mentally unstable. They can't wait for you to crash out, but you was truly far from wilding out. They paint you out to be the villain. They hacking your devices. They were moving things on your screen, trying to paint you out to be that, hold on 1 second, you mentally insane. That you didn't see that what you saw, what you saw, what you saw, what you saw. How this type of stuff actually happens. Because they doing it manually. They said God not real. Because hold on 1 second, we going to rob you to paint you out to be mentally ill. You know, energy harvest, physically, emotionally, make you mentally unstable, got you bugging out on that street corner, paying you out to be an addict when you was far from that because you didn't have those type of habits. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, they would make sure they send spell in front of your door regardless of what exit it was that day. They would try to paint you out to be so dysfunctional, insecure, so you won't look in the mirror because they don't want you to maintain the smile going through that pain. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's not. You know, everybody's healing trauma and pain. It's not the same. And I, Naya, genuine love, respect, I will never hurt myself, regardless of what man in what department, what woman in what department is trying to blackmail me against me to make me homeless or to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially, or even steal my creativity or whatever man or woman or child is behind the screen of, you know, gang stalking me, hacking my devices, my emails, my accounts, or let alone having conversations with individuals pretending to be me. I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. I am far from an addict. I am far from a sex worker. I'm neither of those. And I say that respectfully. I don't project spell work towards my neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding regardless of whatever you did to me that day. I don't energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. I don't cast magic towards my neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, or let alone send the evil out. But hold on 1 second. I am going to speak truth. And one thing you don't have to do is tell my story better than me because I don't run from my past. I tell you the time, day, and everything what happened. Regardless who's trying to blackmail me or who has to dig up my past to try to humiliate me. The person that has to do it for financial gain, to do it for likes, views, or cloud chasing or fame. But hold on 1 second, they're not in my chapter today. That's the difference when it comes to growth. I'm my biggest cheerleader when someone overlooked me. They didn't know how to love me, respect me, or protect me, or show up for me. They laughed at me. They disrespected me. But God said this lamest thing that I created for you is for people to see you that's truly for you. And they're not going to pretend. They're not going to cast illusion, spell work towards you. They're not going to project spell work towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstand. They all send you the evil eye. That energy is different. Always be yourself, love intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. Poetry, my style. I wasn't running from my reflection. Dim my light, dim my light, dim my light. Run from my reflection. Growth hits different. Thanking God for truly understanding the blessing. Allowed me to see I was sweet and miracle. I had to let go what wasn't loving me. M-O-M. M-O-M. That was mom that day. She was still brave, and he would never understand what I actually had to go through to actually let go. I don't mean no disrespect, but I couldn't hurt myself another day. Sometimes you gotta let go certain wounds that's truly affecting you to understand that your future truly gonna hit different. It wasn't thinking that you was better than somebody. Sometimes you gotta outgrow the old that's truly hurting you when you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Imagine pouring into an empty cup, but they was trying to kick you down, discourage you. Only if you knew at the end of the day, a mother should never have to hurt her child. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, casting spell work, going to that witch, that warlock, that doctor to see, hold on 1 second, how do we stop this baby's growth? You know, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. You know, they said when you speak up, hold on 1 second, you gotta be mindful of what you say. But hold on 1 second, I was far from pretending, being authentic. They said dim my light. But hold on 1 second, God made it bright. Imagine speaking up for yourself, only to be dumbed down, only was the hold on 1 second. That challenge is different when God challenged another day. You know, outgrowing the old, understanding the new's going to hit different, but hold on 1 second, God's allowing you to see your reflection. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Everybody's pain, hold on 1 second, when it comes to a wound, who would have knew that God allowed you to feel it was okay to heal that day, understanding the wound. You know, healing trauma and pain, it's not a race overnight process. And I say that respectfully. It's an individual that's healing from trauma and pain when it comes to that mother or father that day. A father that you probably didn't know, but was trying to hurt you, take at your free will. Who would have knew that you'd be standing before yourself today? How this type of stuff actually happens. Everybody's journey is different when it comes to life they can't relate to. Gone within. It was never for likes or cloud chasing or fame, then have to pretend. They said cut that BS. They said cut that bull crap out. All you doing is lying when you wasn't trying to catch a case. You know, everybody can't express themselves when it comes to feelings. They turn to narcotics. Only was the hold on 1 second, will that wound ever heal? You know, the one that you paint to be mentally unstable, you never knew what it start at the end of the day. Because it doesn't just start all overnight. Someone actually had to have something going on in their life to understand at the end of the day. How did I inject myself? How do I heal? Hold on 1 second, do I ever want to heal? Only rise to hold on 1 second. Someone truly has a call in their life. Didn't matter if someone got hurt, went to the doctor that day, they conceived the baby. Hold on 1 second, they found the love of their life. Their life changed forever. Or they walked into an angel when they least expected. Someone truly showed them different ropes when it comes to outgrowing the old. You know, habits, you know, coming from poverty and pain. Certain folks didn't have the proper people in their life to show them, hold on 1 second, one day things could change. Someone was abandoned as a child, didn't have a mom's or a pop's at the end of the day. Only realized, hold on 1 second, society had to fix their crown. Only realized they was walking these streets alone. Only realized, hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to mislead myself wrong. I poured into myself but didn't know how to. I was following everybody else's footsteps, only realized they misled me wrong. I came across strangers after strangers only for them to hurt me. What's perfect when you don't understand it? Hold on 1 second. They said that you wasn't worthy. You know, individuals that put it into the street at the end of the day become victims when they least expect it. They have to pretend. Imagine pouring into the right person's hands. Only realize before you found the right person, you was pouring into all the wrong cups, only for them to do you wrong. Only realize the hold on 1 second. Your story started with them. People become victims when they least expect it, in the hands of the wrong person, all because someone had a weapon. Someone actually had a job title. Hold on 1 second. Nobody's going to believe you. I'm going to hurt you. Hold on 1 second. You're on narcotics. You know how this type of stuff actually happens? It's a mother or father that's screaming out for help right now. It's a mother or father that's screaming out for help right now. Wow. You know, everybody's title hits different. What's your chapter? Where does it start? Do you even know how to begin? To actually heal? To understand that things can get things can get different. Things can get better. To understand your weather. You get lost in your own words. You feel like you don't have all your screws. Only was the hold on 1 second. Don't discourage yourself because someone painted you out to be the fool. They said that you're slow, stupid, and retarded. You believe that you wasn't worthy because, hold on one second, you started believing it. You didn't have someone to love you. You didn't have someone to protect you. You came across folks that said, I love you. I got your back. Only was the, hold on one second. That reflection is different when it came to that knife that day. It came all different directions. Only was the, hold on one second. The wounds even got worse every chapter when you least expected. Think things is getting better when you remove certain folks out of your life. It only got hectic. Only was the, hold on one second. You wasn't just a number, you was somebody's baby. Imagine praying to go within, believing in God. They said God wasn't real, but hold on one second, God allows you to heal. You know, this chapter is different when it comes to your testimony. You just want to change in your life because you came from poverty and pain. You just wanted the strength. You just wanted the strength to become your best self vision of yourself. Even when you get lost in your words, they call you slow, stupid, and retarded. But you truly was far from that. Because when our people walk into your life, they didn't have to pretend to get to know you. To understand at the end of the day, they got your back when it comes to weathering your storm, rainy days. You know, you got to put that footwork in when it comes to healing. But when you got the right person, people, emotional support at the end of the day, that's truly rooting you on, you know, your cheerleaders, they don't got to pretend to love you or respect you. You know, that ain't just different when folks can actually meet you halfway. To show at the end of the day, you was worthy of pouring into. Only but hold on one second. This chapter actually starts with you. That ain't just different. You used to feel like you wasn't worthy, but God gave you access to a door that was actually opening. The key, who would have knew, it started within. I may not make sense to the average person, but being authentic, who would have knew, God allows you to see what God poured into you. I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Everybody's healing journey, spirituality journey is different. But healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process. I, Nigel Respect, is still healing from a hate crime that was done to me, and I would never hurt myself, regardless of what man or woman is still plotting against me today. I do not live in fear, and I walk these streets alone. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself or my neighbors, regardless of their tax bracket. It's not a crime to love yourself. You gotta find you first to understand why you love yourself. Because someone didn't love you, they pretended. That relationship didn't work out, you would never understand their intuition. Why they wasted your time and day. Only for you to realize the hold on one second, don't hurt yourself with your own words, trying to figure it out. Only for you to realize the hold on one second, heal that wound that would truly allow you to feel it's okay to keep it real, to move on. When it comes to hold on one second, you are worthy. That job opportunity didn't work out. Those folks that came into your life, they know how to respect you, protect you. You got the outside world when it comes to certain folks, didn't matter your tax bracket, was it love, fake love, or whatever the case may be, they didn't know how to pour into you. You got individuals that you don't even have to know, send you the evil eye on projecting spell work. But you are worthy of the right people walk into your life to truly see you. Not to pretend, hold on one second, cast spell work on you, or project magic towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, let alone send you the evil eye, and I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone. No, I ain't gonna I like this my love. I gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one, regardless of what man or woman is trying to blackmail me or take credit for my creativity. And I say that respectfully. When God sends the right people into your life, I worship the good God with no misintentions. I don't worship the devil. When God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They're not sending you the evil eye or projecting spoil towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. They don't have jealousy, envy, or hate towards you. And I say that respectfully. And when they outgrow you and they're truly not for you at the end of the day, they continue to move on what they like. They're not sending you spell work or sending you the evil lie or projecting spell work towards you in a toxic way. They don't got time for that. No, and the shit don't real recognize real. We don't got to be on the same page. Have a nice day. Have a nice life. Gotta go. When people are truly for you, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, regardless of whether they're in a healing journey or spirituality. And I say respectfully, regardless they came from poverty or pain. You know, they're real men and women, regardless of what they've been through in their journey. If somebody's not for them, they keep it pushing. They're not going to get on a hate train and bring harm towards somebody to rob them mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, or energy harvest or someone's energy or project spoke or magic or whatever the case may be. They don't got time for that. And I say that respectfully. And when someone honestly knows how to take accountability for their actions, they're not doing it for likes, views, or clout chasing or fame. They know how to not run from their past and actually man up and be that man and say what they need to say and talk with their chest. Not fall flat on their ass. They had the strength over me. Or that woman. Because when you change your life for the right reasons in the day, you're not doing it for likes, views, or clout chasing or fame. And I say that respectfully. When the right people walk into your life, world hits different. Respect is a two-way street, regardless if you came from poverty or pain or not. I love to talk about love. I'm not aging respect. Love is rare, love is one of a kind. Who the right one truly for you? Never checked off of me. Someone wasn't testing your mental health. Someone truly actually know how to pour into you, not to confuse you. Someone truly shows you what balance looks like when it comes to bringing peace into your life. Two people being equal. Who would have knew that true love wasn't complicated? Someone truly allows you to feel that, hold on 1 second, a future truly wouldn't get used to. You know, someone bringing balance into your life, not to control you. Someone truly showing you the action spoke loud and words to love you. Someone truly showing you it wasn't just I love you. At the end of the day, someone knew how to respect you, be loyal to you. They wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too. Genuine and kind. Someone truly knew how to value your time. Someone praying for not against you. It wasn't lust. It wasn't spell work. Someone truly actually knew at the end of the day they wasn't trying to ruin your reputation or don't play mind manipulation games. Someone wasn't trying to remind you what you overcame when it came to pain. Someone should allow you to feel why it was okay to heal. Someone that had to manipulate God when they actually showed you that, hold on 1 second, God was really keeping it real. They wasn't doing it for like music, cloud chasing a fan because God was not for sale. When someone actually walked into your life that day, they had access to your heart to actually show you at the end of the day, God was really making your life, your light more bright when it came to the love department. Someone actually showed you at the end of the day, when the world's against you, I got your back. Someone wasn't trying to cast spell work, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day towards you. And I say that respectfully to humble you. You know, someone was cheering you on when you got lost in your words. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. They was your biggest cheerleader up close in person and behind closed doors. They wasn't there to switch up on you. Someone to protect you who would have knew that true love would allow you to feel comfortable in your own skin. Someone wasn't trying to project insecurities on you. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. When it comes to my creativity, I come up with my own creativity and I work alone. And I say that respectfully. You know, gang stalking is real to your household. I'm doing for like people's houses and fame. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, people will monitor your phone calls, monitor your screen, you know, as to hacking your devices, accounts, your emails. They will even, you know, dibble and dabble, play with your mail or your packages because they know different people that work in different departments. And they know people that work in certain HRA departments, or they know certain individuals that are family members or family friends or whatever the case may be, that are technician, god darn it. Or they even would tamper with your own household cameras. They will hack your devices and try to paint you to be mentally unstable. They will gang stalk you, tell you every move, make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin to get you locked up or put you in a psych board, how this type of stuff actually happens. You don't have to know somebody or not for someone to project a hate crime towards you. You don't have to know somebody or not for someone to bring violence towards you. You don't have to know somebody or not for somebody to energy harvest off your energy, project spell work towards you, or even try to destiny swipe at you. But it's gonna be epic, but when you're real trying to go, hello, it's only one you. First of all, they can't be you. Authentic. Hello. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Regardless of what man or woman has me shadow banned because I'm speaking up for myself, because my life was threatened multiple times, regardless of what environment that I go in or whatever the case may be, I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. You know, gang stalking is real. Never allow someone to threaten your life and say that your voice doesn't matter, regardless if it's a man or woman, because they have a community that works with them to go against you, and they're willing to control the narrative and paint you to be mentally unstable. Your voice matters, and you are worthy. I, Shania. Oh, shit! I didn't mean to say that. I guess I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself. Somebody must be watching me at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself. I won't. When someone is truly for you, regardless to what tax bracket at the end of the day, they see you for who you truly are. And when someone truly knows you at the end of the day, your heart never switch up. Regardless to how many years and months y'all have never been around each other, whatever the case may be. Because when the right people walk into your life at the end of the day, it's a bond that's unbreakable. It's a bond where someone actually respects you and loves you and protects you at the end of the day, regardless to how many miles away they are. And I say that respectfully. You know, individuals will feel that you walk these streets alone or whatever the case may be, you don't have no family because you walk out your household alone. But when you're a child of God, you don't live in fear because God did not endure that within you. And I'm going to always be Naya, genuine love, respect. And I say that respectfully. I don't wish on no mother or father that sent me the evil lie or even told where I rest my head at the end of the day. I would never wish that on your child, whatever you doing to me, or whatever you plotted against me, or whatever you thought was funny at the moment. I would never wish for that on your child. And I say that respectfully. I'm far from an addict. I'm far from a sex worker, and I would never hurt myself. How folks will try to distract you from becoming your best self, vision of yourself, because they haven't took the proper steps of finding what they like to do best for them, or they're looking for an easy way out. When you choose yourself at the end of the day, and when you're authentic, it comes naturally. And that's all I've been doing is just being myself. That's the most beautiful gift that you can get at the end of the day. Regardless to who conceived you and they not in your life or not or whatever the case may be, that's the most beautifulest gift that you can have. Because when the right people walk into your life, y'all don't have to be blood related or not for y'all to be family. No answers! Right over me. I gotta go! I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. And I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter and you are worthy. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones, just because someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, protect you, or show up for you, they disrespected you, took your kindness or weakness, they robbed you mentally, spiritually, financially, even sent spoke towards you, but you never stopped having a beautiful heart, regardless to what circumstance you was going through in life. You matter, you're worthy of all the right people walking into your life, moving forward when it comes to your future, or pouring into you and meaning you have weight and actually respecting you and showing up for you, showing that you are worthy. No mother or father should have their child stripped away from them when they're a good parent, regardless to their circumstances. And I say that respectfully. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you dealt with childhood trauma and pain, but you knew how to protect your baby. You knew how to respect your baby. You had a roof over your head for you and your child. You made sure there was food in the fridge at the end of the day. You knew how to, at the end of the day, show up for that child when someone didn't know how to show up for you in the most healthy and loving way. Someone didn't show you the proper love. Someone didn't show you the proper respect and the proper tools of being a parent at the end of the day. But you allowed yourself to understand the gift that was given to you, and you made that miracle allow you to feel why you was the gift, and you was willing to cherish it moving forward. You are worthy of having your child in your life, and I say that respectfully. And especially when you're a good parent. And no mother or father should lose a child, or a family member should lose a child because someone has jealousy, envy, or hate, or someone wants to catch spell work or send someone an evil lie, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I never told anybody or gave anybody permission to use my creativity as their own. I never gave nobody permission to control my content when it comes to me not being able to see who's watching my videos. You know, individuals gang stalking me, and I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself when I walk out my door. And I say that respectfully, regardless who's sending me spell work or is trying to blackmail me against me, I would never hurt myself, or let alone the ones who hack my devices, try to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially, or the ones who's watching my pockets at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everybody. Misunderstood and loved by you. Far from a hater. What about you? Stop the violence in the community. Never trigger me. Only be yourself with no malicious intentions. Protect your energy, protecting your family. Stay out of trouble with you, man, and you're worthy. Peace and respect, say respect, your neighbors of the lunch. You many well, damn, you like, gotta go on there, but never know them, you like. Always be yourself. Stop the violence. Today is currently September 27th, 2025. When it comes to my creativity, from day one till today and moving forward, I work alone when it comes to my creativity. When God sends the right people into my life within the day, the energy is different. And I say that respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity, regardless of what tarot reader, what karmic, what person that say they know me or whatever case they had a conversation with me. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. Individuals will paint a conversation, act like I conversated for months and weeks and or try to control a narrative the way technology is up today. Don't do me like that. No. No, I'm good. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I will never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I do not live in fear, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless of trying to bring harm towards me. Any negative injury, I say this respectfully. I put it in my Heavenly Father God's hands, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. To the genuine ones, you matter, you're worthy. Don't give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect.